I'm gonna need some onions. Oh, too lazy to do this. A little bit of salt, a little bit of onion, a little bit of pepper. Hi you guys, welcome. It's snowing here in Dallas, and so everything is shut down, including the dental offices. And so I am making birria tacos from Trader Joe's. We're gonna see how this turns out. Have any of you guys tried this? Oh, thank you, Jenna. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is my first time ever going live on like anything, and so the fact that somebody even sent a message and talked to me, wow, thank you, Jenna. Have you guys ever tried this? I've heard either nobody's tried it or it wasn't good. Yeah, I haven't heard that many great things, and I've tasted it, and I'm like, I mean, I'm from Houston, so I'm like, tacos are our thing. And so I'm like already a skeptic, and I'm already like seasoning it a little bit more, but we're gonna take, cause I like a little bit more spice. Got some red pepper flakes, and I added some dehydrated onions. We're gonna see, but the part that I'm most excited about is frying the tortillas. So let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I'm very, oh, that's fat. I don't want that much fat in there. Ooh. No, thank you. Y'all see that? It's just fat. I don't want that. Let me put that right here to the side. Okay, so nobody's tried these tacos before, I'm guessing, or this birria. A fun fact about me, guys, I do speak Spanish. Oh, thank you. And you're in dental hygiene school? Congratulations, that's awesome. What year are you? How is it going? I know you said it's tough. Like, are you almost done? It's about 2 years, correct? Birria is usually either goat or beef, but I have beef today. But yeah, hygiene school, man, and I can imagine that because it's such a short time that you're there, everything is so concentrated, right? Like, yeah, I would imagine. You let me know if I'm wrong or if I'm right. But dental hygiene school, because my school had a dental school and a hygiene school, and we used to see them working. We used to work with them, to be honest, and they were working. And since I started working as a dentist, there have been days where I've had to do hygiene. And I mean, granted, I've done it for years now, I've done it in dental school and stuff, but doing it, like doing hygiene and doing dentistry, it's a lot. It's a lot. And so, much respect to you. I know it's not easy. Can't be. Alright, let's see. Okay, that's better. I just added salt and some dried onions. I'm going to add more onions. I'm too lazy to cut onions. I have onions, but I just don't want to cut them. Anybody else do that? You're in your second year. Ah, congratulations! Oh, so you're a dental assistant. Oh, cool. For 13 years. 21 years. That's awesome. So you have all the background, so you know exactly like what you're getting yourself into. That's great. Love that for you. That is awesome. Yeah, some of like my really good friends, they were either dental assistants. My boss, he was a dental hygienist before they went to dental school. So anybody can go to dental school, you guys. You don't, I mean, granted, those are obviously like, and still in the dental profession, but even if you are in a field that has nothing to do with dentistry, it's never too late. One of our professors always talks about how she started dental school when she was 40. 40. That's a big deal. That shows you that it's possible. Like, you can do it at a later age, and that's okay. It's okay. Okay, so here's the fun part. What makes a birria taco a birria taco? So this is the birria. It's like a soup. And what makes it special is that you're gonna take these tortillas. I have these tortillas also from Trader Joe's. They're like these low carb tortillas. They're actually really good. I'm gonna let that get hot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip the tortilla into the soup, like let it get coated, and then fry it here, and then add all my condiments, or accoutrements as my dad would say, accoutrements to the taco. Let it do its thing. Unfortunately, I don't have all the things, but I'm gonna make do with what I have. And when I say things and things, I don't think I might have cilantro, but I don't really want cilantro. If anything, I would want onion, which I do have, but like I said before, I'm too lazy to cut up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is actually a pretty successful live. Like, I am pleasantly surprised that 5 people are on here. I expected no one. And I was just like preparing myself to mentally just talk to myself. But I'm really grateful you guys are here. And if you have any dental questions or just life questions, to be honest, feel free to ask. How quickly after graduating did you get a job? So the job that I work at now, I actually secured that job like a year prior to graduating. Which is not normal, I will say. So my mentor basically was like, hey, I know somebody who's hiring. A friend of mine has multiple practices in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and he is, looking for an associate, and I feel like you'd be a great fit. He's like, I think y'all would be a great fit. And so I met the person that I know worked for my boss. I met him during my 3rd year of dental school, actually. So when I was a D3, that's when we started getting to know each other. I started shadowing him at his office. And to be honest, before he even met me, he offered me the job. And so it was great because, I didn't accept the job until I think maybe like a few months before I actually graduated. But in terms of the job that I have now, like being offered, it was offered way before I even graduated. And that's just because I don't mean to, I hope this doesn't come off as like, oh, she's better. But no, I did the work to make the connections to get the job I have. I didn't realize it at the time, but scoring a private practice job straight out of dental school, especially at the type of practice that I work at, is very rare. And the reason is because, private offices, like, the doctors are, it's not a big company. They are like, okay, we need a doctor who has experience. We need a doctor who's going to be able to jump in and just get going, and who has the skills to keep up with the type of things we do. And so it's just a lot more time and effort that's put in. You're having Taco Tuesday too. Cool. A lot more effort that's put into it, and so I did my own version of networking. I hate like formal networking, like going to events and stuff. Oh shoot, did I mess this up? No, I'm good, I'm good. Whew. But yeah, so that's how I got my job, just by networking and, you know, talking to people. I'm not from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the cheese. Dang it. I got too busy talking to y'all. No, I'm not from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'm from Houston. I was born in Jamaica, raised in Houston, went to school, dental school in Dallas, and now I'm working in the Dallas area. So it's all coming together. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can put this back together. But great question. That was a really good question about how soon did I get my job? So to answer your question, I got my job 2 years before I even graduated dental school. When did I start working though? I started working June 13th and I graduated May 28th. So May 28th, June 13th is about a little over 2 weeks, like 2.5 weeks that I actually waited to start working. Do I recommend that? Not necessarily. Some of my friends took off months before they started working. The job that I started working at, the doctor really needed somebody to jump in as soon as possible. But then also too, like, I had just moved and I had bills to pay. So I was like, I'm ready to work. Let's go, like right now. Let me put some oil on this because I think I tried my luck without oil. Everyone hit that like button. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh shit, y'all, it's smoking. But, so that was my story of how I started working. I'm very blessed to be in the position that I'm in. I see that, I recognize it, and I'm very grateful. But it definitely wasn't handed to me. Like, this isn't my uncle who, you know, owns a practice and was like, yeah, come on over. No. But I did the work and I spoke to people. And that's what I always recommend people do. Like, if you're looking for a job, just talk to people. Like, that's how most jobs get, you know, taken. It's just by word of mouth, getting to know people. They're like, oh yeah, I met this woman, I met this man. They seem to be like a really great fit. You should meet them. And boom, you got a private practice job in like a really nice part of town, and you're doing the type of dentistry that you want to do. So, yeah, it works out. Any other questions about food, dentistry, school? Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. How quickly? No, yeah, I got everything. Hit that like button. So, do I plan on staying in Dallas? I actually get that question a lot. At this moment, I don't have any plans of leaving. That means, will I never leave? I don't know. I can't really say. I really like Dallas. It's grown on me, but I also really do love Houston, and Houston is where my parents are. And granted, my brother's in Dallas too, so it's not just me here. It's me and my brother. But it really just depends on the opportunities that I have, the life that I'll build. You know, maybe one day, God willing, to my mother, I'll get married. And who knows? Oh my gosh, it's burning, you guys. Let me turn this down. My mom and me. you know, one day I'll get married, and who knows where that will take me. And so, for the moment, I'm happy with staying in Dallas, in the Dallas area, but I don't know if I'll be here for forever. We'll see. And thanks. I like being a dentist and a content creator too. Honestly, I'm trying to be more consistent. I know I haven't posted like a full-length video in a while, but I have posted shorts. I've been posting shorts like crazy. And so I hope you guys are seeing those, and I hope you guys are liking them, because I enjoy making those more than longer videos. I will continue to make long videos, but I really love shorts. And if you don't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you should, because that's where I post like more content like this on the regular. Let me see, I saw some comments. Let me see. Okay, how difficult is dental school? I'm an undergrad. What classes do you recommend I focus more on? Dental school's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. But it's 100% possible. 100% doable. Don't recommend doing it alone. And when I say alone, I mean like isolating yourself from your classmates and stuff. It's definitely easier whenever you have people to look out for you. And what classes do I recommend focusing on? Anything to do with like anatomy, human anatomy, biology, things like that. Surprisingly, even like a little bit of physics. Like dentistry is like a combination of like engineering and art and medicine. And so to be able to have a good handle on all of those is always a good idea. Hold on, let me put this in the pen and I'll get to the other question. Oh, you guys, I'm on a roll. Okay, let me see. What did I major in before dental school, and how did I manage to take all the needed prereqs? I majored in kinesiology, which, if you don't know, it's like the study of just movement and movement of the human body, with a concentration in sports medicine. And you're like, oh wait, that has nothing to do with dentistry. I know. You don't have to major in anything that has to do with dentistry or even medicine. You don't have to do biology. You can literally major in whatever you want. And I chose to major in something that I was interested in. I love physiology. I love exercise science. I love nutrition. So that was just a natural thing. The way I did my prereqs is I just met with the health advisors at my school and made sure that I had room in my schedule to fit those in. We did. So it's not as hard as you think it is. And the only time I think it's hard is if you're like an engineering major. That might be a little bit more difficult to fit in like dental school prereqs, but otherwise, you're good. Like almost any major, you should be fine. This is the last taco. No, this is actually really good. I don't know what those people on Instagram. So I put a poll on my Instagram asking people if they've had this before. And people were either like, no, I've never had it, or they were like, yeah, it was good, or like, it was alright, or like it wasn't that good. I'm like, let me check this out for myself. And it's looking real good. And so far what I've tasted, it tastes really, really good. So, I don't know. But then again, I did add more seasoning to mine. Cheese! I'm so excited! The cheese! So I was gonna film a YouTube video today, and then the stress of doing that got to me. And so I was like, let me just try this live thing. And I'm so glad it's going so well. Do I miss any other questions? You have a grill in your IG pics. Love it. Did you make it? Yes! I did make it. Thank you. I made it myself. That was one of my goals. As a first year dental student, I was like, when I graduate, I want to make a grill and take my graduation pictures in it. And I did it. It was so fun. I still have the grill today. Obviously, I don't really wear it often. I try and look for opportunities to wear it, like parties and stuff like that, but it's difficult to stay in, and it's difficult to eat or talk with it, and so I don't really wear it too often. But thank you. I'm really glad you like it. It's one of my favorite things. Okay. Thanks so much for the info. What would you say is the most important in choosing a dental school to go to? Honestly, my initial thought is money. But I'm gonna say money is number 2. My first recommendation is to go to a dental school that you know it makes competent doctors, aka meaning what is their pass rate for boards on the first time. What is their reputation? You don't want to go to a dental school where they're like, oh yeah, don't hire anybody who graduated from da-da-da-da. You know, you don't want that. So go to reputation first. Then a big number 2 is price, because you can if you just blindly apply to dental schools and not really care about price, you can easily find yourself paying $150K a year and ending up with $600,000 worth of student loan debt. If that's not as important to you, let's go based on reputation. I like student loans don't scare me. Like I am not like I don't want to pay them. But other than that, like they don't like. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have all the student loans and I have to pay it off like ASAP. Nah, let them sit. You don't let them sit for a minute. Like I have other things in life that are taking the front seat to my student loans. So yeah. I saw another message. Let's see your shorts. Oh yay! I'm aspiring to this as well. Should I become a dental assistant first to gain experience? No. No, if you already know you want to be a dentist, just go straight for it. Only time that I would suggest doing dental assisting, becoming a dental assistant, or doing something else in the dental field is if you cannot go to dental school in the time frame that you want. Say like you have to take a gap year, or say you have to take a gap year, or I don't know, like for some other reason, like say you need to take some time off, then yeah, a good use of your time would be dental assisting. But if you already know from the jump, oh, I want to be a dentist, do shadowing. Shadow as much as you can, and then if you like what you see, go for dentistry. Yeah. I wouldn't do that just like, oh, in order to become a dentist, I need to do dental assisting first for a while so I can no, just shadow. That's going to be because as a dental assistant, you're not even really like, you're seeing what the doctor is doing, but like by following the doctor around all day, you will get, I feel like, a more accurate view of what their life is like, what they do on an everyday basis, and how they're jumping from chair to chair. Are you okay with that, you know? And you can also ask them, like, okay, what do you like about your job? What could you change? You can ask them questions and stuff, so it's not completely blind. Do I even want this right now? No, I don't think so. Alright, let's eat these tacos, y'all. Come follow me. Oop, my light went out. Okay, I'm coming. I saw another question. I'm coming. Okay. All right, let me get my food. And I'll be right back, okay? other question. Oh, it's fine if you spell my name wrong. It's okay. I appreciate you for correcting it. I'm used to getting my name spelled wrong. So the next question was, how many months was your master's? 12 or 18? I wish it was 12 or 18. I'm on year 3 of it. I did a 4-year program. And so I'm in my 3rd year, aka my 6th semester right now. And I'm graduating my master's next year, May. So, wait for a second. But yeah, so I'm still doing my master's. I'm not done yet. I wish my post-bac, if that's what you're asking about, my post-bac was just 1 year. No, these are good. My friends on Instagram were tripping. Okay. I interviewed recently at a school that offers DDS MBA dual degree route in 5 years instead of 4. Darius, if you think that if being a practice owner is one of your goals, then I recommend that you consider it. Just because they don't teach the business side of dentistry at all in dental school. You might have like 1 or 2 classes on like, practice management or leadership or whatever. But the business, like the actual business side, it's difficult. Like, and I'm realizing that it's so complex. So if that is one of your goals to own your own practice, then yeah, I would say consider it. So I'm doing mine is a master's in education for healthcare professionals, and so that will give me the ability to have the credentials of teaching in dental schools or in universities, also teaching CE courses and things like that, which is what I want to do. I want to start teaching CE courses at some point. And yeah, teaching other dentists how to be better dentists or better business people or better whatever they want to be. So did you do a post-bac? Yes, I did do a post-bac, and that was 1 year between undergrad and dental school. Worth it, totally worth it. Any other questions? Darius, does that answer your question about the master's? And you interviewed there, the offer. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth it. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth it if that's a goal of yours. I'm a dental assistant, but I'm bad at alternate port models. I want to be a dentist, but I'm afraid I'll never grasp. Do you get a lot of lab time to perfect this? Oh yes. You get a ton of lab time to perfect pouring models and doing alternate impressions, trust me. Why did I do a post-bac? Because I didn't get into dental school. If you haven't seen my video about why I was rejected from every dental school I applied to, you should go check it out. So I was offered the opportunity to do either a master's at Boston University or a post-bac at Texas A&M dental school. The reason why I chose a post-bac over the master's was because a post-bac had, the tuition for the school was significantly less than that at Boston. And with the Texas school, I would be given automatic or conditional acceptance, provided that I completed the post-bac successfully, meaning I maintained a GPA above 3.5 and I made certain scores on the DAT, it would be an automatic acceptance. And so I was like, that sounds amazing. Whereas the Boston school, you would just leave with a master's degree and yeah, maybe a little bit of extra favor in the admission process, but there's no guarantee. How did I know I wanted to be a dentist? I shadowed my aunt. Ooh, excuse me. So I did shadowing. I also went on a dental mission trip to the Dominican Republic my second or third year of college. Um, what it came down to between choosing between dental school and medical school was a lifestyle. So with dentistry, there's a lot more flexibility. Well, in terms of the type of doctor that I wanted to be, which is some type of surgeon or neonatologist or something that was a little bit more demanding. It was usually in hospitals. The lifestyle of being on call, working long shifts and things like that. Actually, it was my mom who was like, I don't think that is good for you in the type of life you want to live. So maybe consider something else. And let's pause for a second. Isn't that crazy to have your mom be like, I don't think you should go to medical school. I don't think you should become a doctor. Think about this. Like, she was looking out for me because my mom knows me better than anybody else in the world. She knows my personality and she knows what's important to me, and flexibility is important to me. Being able to have fun, family time is really important to me. And so she was like, shout out to her for being like, consider something else. And so I explored all sorts of things like teaching, even being a translator for the UNLs. I love learning languages. I'm fluent in Spanish. And I was like, maybe if I learn 2 or 3 other languages, I can be a translator for the UN or something. I don't know. And travel the world. I was all over the place. But ultimately always came back to medicine. And when I learned about the flexibility, the lifestyle, the entrepreneurship that dentistry offered, the ability to work with my hands and still do medicine and have immediate results, I was like, this sounds awesome. Why have I never considered this before? So that's how I landed on dentistry. Do you think being a dentist is worth it anymore? I'm scared to commit because pre-dent because alone with burden to value ratio doesn't look too good. I'm going to answer that question in a second. Is post-bac the same courses like prereqs, like organic and organic physics? Yes. So do I think being a dentist is worth it anymore? Oh my gosh. Yes. So again, like I said before, maybe I'm not the best person to ask because my view or perspective on student loans doesn't matter to me. Granted, I want to keep them as low as possible. I'm not trying to rack up like $600,000 worth of debt. But my debt from dental school is about $200K, right? The way I see it and the way who I've talked to other doctors about it, dentists, orthopedic surgeons, cardiologists, everything, it doesn't matter. Like, that money, student loan debt is not bad debt. People think that, because it has the word debt behind it, it's bad and it's gonna hurt you in life. It doesn't. It won't stop you from getting loans for a home. It won't stop you from getting loans to open up your own business. It doesn't stop you from doing anything. If debt is that important to you, then yeah, maybe dentistry or being a doctor at all, it's not the right move for you. But you have to look at the reward and investment, the reward to investment ratio, and as if say me, I have 200,000, which is on the low end to be honest. Let's say you have like 300,000. As a dentist, you can definitely make $300,000 within a year. And so I don't know what numbers you're seeing, but to me it makes sense. The math is mathing. You may not make $300,000 your first year out, but if you want to work in a more rural area, you can easily make $500,000. If you're working in a city like me, it's significantly lower, but it's still totally worth it. And especially, I'm my first year out. I predict that, by the time I'm 2-3 years in, I'll be making well over 250K on, it's like normal. I'm not there yet, not even close. But to me, it's worth it. I hope that answers your question. And also, I just love doing it. So, like, I feel like if you love what you're doing, but I also don't really care about debt. I'm a nurse. Oh, keep chatting. What do you like to do in your free time? I like to cook and watch Netflix. Cook, watch Netflix. I work out. Travel a little. I've started traveling this year a lot more, or this year just started, but that's one of my goals this year. How is my relationship with my assistants? Actually really good. My assistants are both really close in age to me, but thankfully there's a mutual respect to where it's not like, oh, we're besties or friends or whatever, but like we have like a mutual respect for each other. Like, hey, you have your own life, I have my own life. Let's get this work done together so we can go enjoy our lives. I'm not trying to pry too much into your life. You're not trying to pry too much into my life. Like, it's a healthy balance, which I'm really, really grateful for. And are you currently dating? Am I currently dating? Yes, I am. Some random facts about myself. I'm Jamaican. Fully, I don't know. I'm a size medium in most clothes. I don't know. Usually my random fact is that I have a YouTube channel, but you guys already know that. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a dog, hopefully by the end of this year. We'll see. I'm a nursing major right now, but I'm considering switching to get my bachelor's in dental hygiene because my end goal is to be a dentist. Would you recommend switching or sticking it out? I just go straight to being a dentist. Why go through dental hygiene? That's a lot of extra work. I mean, maybe I just don't understand because that's something that people ask often. But like, if you know your end goal is to be a dentist, what's stopping you from going straight to dentistry? It's not like being a dental hygienist is going to expedite the process, If anything, it just kind of slows you down, unless you just really want to do dental hygiene. But what commonly happens is people will go to dental hygiene or dental assisting, and not the case with you guys, because clearly you guys are ready to be dentists. But they'll go into these programs and they'll get comfortable. They'll be like, oh, you know what, the salary isn't too bad. Like, I'm comfortable here. And then they never become dentists. So my advice is, if you know your end goal is to be a dentist, just go straight for it. Yeah. I hope that helped. Hey, Lindsay from Jamaica. How do I initially approach a mentor without mentorship? So, I've done it all. So the easiest way is to talk to the doctors at your dental school, if you're already in dental school. If you're not in dental school, I've done everything from DMing doctors on Instagram to calling offices of doctors that I admire and I wanted to get to know, to even walking into an office and asking. That one wasn't successful though. But the DMing, interacting with them on social media often, and then just any dentist that like family friends or friends of friends, that's always a good way to, get into it. I was lucky because my aunt, she's not actually my aunt, but she's basically she's a dentist, and so I just asked her, and she was like, of course. So, but if you don't have that, social media is a good idea. But the way you approach them is very important too, because I've gotten approached the wrong way many times. And the wrong way looks like, hi, can you be my mentor? And I'm like, who are you? Like I said, you want to interact a little bit first. You get to know, comment on, posts, reply to stories, ask relevant questions. Kind of get your foot in the door so the person kind of like is a little familiar with you. And then just say like, be very, polite. You don't know these people, though you may watch their stories, though you may, interact with them regularly, like on social media, you actually don't know them. You only know what they put out there. So don't just be like, hey doc, what's going on? Really cool, like to meet you, da da da. No, let's be a little bit more formal. Like, hello, Dr. K. Introduce yourself. My name is da da da. I'm a da 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 da. I'm really interested. I live in this area, probably close to where they live, and I would really like to come in and shadow you. Da da da. You can even go into their office one day, like swing by their office. Be like, would it be okay for me to swing by during your lunch hour, or like or not during, I don't know, maybe not during lunch hour, but just like swing by, leave a note for the doctor if the doctor's busy, things like that. Let me see. A degree in dental hygiene won't satisfy your prerequisites for your degree. Yep, facts. Facts, honey. Thanks for the response. No problem. Did you seek out post-bac program, or did the dental school offer the option after not accepting it? Yeah, the dental school offered it to me after not accepting me. They were like, sorry, we don't want you, but here's an alternative. And I was like, ooh. Yeah, I didn't know about post-bac programs until I got that email. I was like, what is this? Yeah, I'm really grateful for that email though, because I would have never known. You're so welcome, Lindsay. Thanks for asking questions. You guys, did I tell you? This is my first live ever. I'm literally on 42 minutes. I expected nobody to be here. And so the fact that you guys are here and that you're actually engaging with me, it means so much. If you haven't subscribed, come and subscribe, like this, like the live. I'll probably start doing these more often now because I see that the response is actually pretty good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, somebody asked a question. How hard is it to find love after dental school, especially when working as a full-time dentist? Huh? Are loans based on credit score? You can use scholarships. How hard is it to find love? I can answer the question, how hard is it dating like good quality people? We can be honest. Dentistry is isolating. Like I literally wake up, go to the gym, go to work, come home, repeat. And that's it. Dating is, it's a lot more difficult because you're not really surrounded with your peers anymore all the time. At least I'm not. And I'm not like, I do like go out to like, restaurants and stuff and eat by myself. But, so my story is a lot of my friends, no, not a lot, all of my friends moved away from Dallas as soon as I graduated, like within a month after graduating. And so I had to like start all over to find like new friends. And thankfully I found like 2 or 3. But I feel like I'm starting over in a new city kind of, and it's gotten a lot better thankfully. But so if you can imagine finding friends is difficult, imagine like dating. I am dating. Actually, it's been okay. It was a little rough at first, but it's been good now. It's been really good, and honestly, I think I got lucky. I think I got lucky, but I would imagine that if I put more effort into like really being social and meeting people and like getting to know their friends and meeting their friends' friends, it might be a little bit easier to. It might have been a little bit easier to find somebody, but yeah, that is hard. It is difficult to date. Maybe I'll do a live about that one day. Dental school loans are not based on your credit score. They give that stuff out. Like, they're federal loans. They're based on your income. And so as long as you're broke, you gonna get the loans. Did I get any scholarships? Not for dental school, but for my master's, yes, I did. I got $15,000 for my master's, towards my master's, which was great. Love that. But dental school loans don't, their credit score is not a factor at all. I've been watching your channel since high school. I'm in my second year of dental school. Ah! Oh my gosh! That's so cool! Lindsay, no way! Damn, have I been doing YouTubes for that long? Wait, I'm in your second year of dental school now. Dr. Kristen, live, say Liz. That's so funny. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. That is so cool. If you're in high school, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Have I been doing YouTube for 6 years now? That is insane. Wow. This is why I need to like really get back in my YouTube bag. Like there's so many people who have been writing for so long with me, like, and the growth, like we love to see it. Look at us. Like so when I started YouTube, I was in my first year of dental school. That was almost 6 years ago. Yeah. Wow. Look at us, Lindsay. And congratulations on getting into dental school. Oh, you're in Jamaica. Okay, that makes sense. But cool still. Congratulations on getting into dental school. You know, Lindsay, guess what? I'm gonna be in Jamaica in March on a mission trip, and I heard that some dental students are gonna be joining us. Are you one of them? But yeah, I'll be in Jamaica March 15th on a mission trip. And the leader of the trip, he was saying that some of the dental students from the dental school are going to be joining us. So that'll be fun. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Okay. This is so good to know because all the time I have been apprehensive because I didn't know how to pay. Oh girl, nobody pays for those for dental school. People always ask me like, oh, bye Jenna, I saw your thing. It was great talking to you, Jenna. Thank you. I will stay warm. I have the heater blasting. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, nobody pays for dental school out of pocket, unless you come from a very rich family. But the average person, we don't know how we're gonna pay for that. Nobody just has. Well, nobody I know just has $50K or $60 or $80K to just dash out every August. Yes, I want to open my own practice. I am going to open my own practice. That's a fact. That is a fact. That is the goal. Non-negotiable. It's just a matter of time. I might start by partnering, then buying out the practice. Who knows? We'll see where this leads. But yes, owning my own practice is definitely my goal. Let me tell y'all my dream, okay? It's a fly here. My dream is to work 2 days a week, traveling other days to go speaking events, teaching continuing education courses, things like that, and seeing the world. But to have a practice that runs on me just working 2 days a week, and then maybe I'll have other doctors working there, or maybe it'll just be me and I'll just work those 2 days. Like, that is my goal. Like, that is the life that I want to live. And, of course, making all the money and whatnot and stuff. So that's why I'm doing my master's. That's why I'm taking CE courses as much as possible. That's literally my dream, and hopefully I can get there before I'm 40 is the goal. I am, how old? I'm 28 right now.
So I got 12 years. That's plenty of time. I just gotta, also like get married and have kids in the meantime too. So we gonna figure it out together, y'all. We gonna figure it out together. We're planning to document that throughout YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. I have TikTok too. Do I ever experience imposter syndrome? Most definitely. Yeah. Even as a doctor now, I'm like, the other day I texted my friends. We have a group chat. We're all dentists. And I'm like, y'all, did I choose the right career? It's hard sometimes. Because whenever you mess up, it's easy to like revert to that thinking of like, do I even belong here? Was this thing giving me a degree by mistake? Like, I'm not good at this. Like, why am I even doing this? Why am I even trying? And the way that I go against those thoughts is I think, one, I surround myself with people who lift me up and who will hype the hell out of me, including my boss. My boss is always one of the first to be like, now Kristen. And I respect him so much because he's like a boss. Like, he's so good at what he does. And he's like, Kristen, you're going to be better than me. Like, I can see it. And I'm just like, but yeah, surrounding myself with people that hype me up, but then also realizing that, if you're a believer, like if you're a Christian or any other religion, to be honest, it's like, things don't just happen to you. I don't believe that. Like, you are where you are in life for a reason, and it's not a mistake that you're there. So being an imposter is not even an option. There's not even a question of it, because this is who you are meant to be at this moment in time. And I think about all this crap that I went through to get to where I am, and nobody just breezes through that by accident. I worked for this, so definitely that's kind of like a line of thinking that I have. But surrounding yourself with a community of people that will hype you up is definitely a big, big, big boost. Okay, I'm going to be on here for about 7 more minutes, but I see I have a question. What is your biggest study tip or tip for succeeding in dental school courses? Have friends who will help you. That's all. Don't isolate yourself. Isolating yourself is like one of the worst things you can do. It's not like, oh, use flashcards or use Quizlet. It's literally, don't isolate yourself. Study with other people. Split the load. I know a lot of people don't like studying with other people. That was me until I realized how much better it was. I would just so what I do to find the middle ground is I study by myself, and then a day or two before the test, we meet up and we brain dump everything. So that kind of helps you keep accountable that okay, 2 days before the test, I have to have studied everything that I want to so that I can be useful in this group setting. And that's what worked for me. And it worked for I haven't heard of somebody that doesn't work for. Do I have any sleepless nights or all-nighters to do a big test? I did, my first year of dental school. I didn't do all-nighters, but I would wake up really early in the morning and study from 4:30 to 7:38 or so until my test. But all-nighters, I've never been my thing. I have a friend who she would go to sleep as soon as she got home at 5 and then wake up at 11 and then just study until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock the next day and take her test. And she's a dentist today. But I prioritize sleep. If I don't have my sleep, everything just is terrible. And so, no all-nighters for me. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to be in here for about 5 more minutes. I can't believe I've had such a great response on this live. I did not know lives were popping like this. I'm gonna have to do more. This is awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't liked it, please go ahead and do so. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. You know what to do. I've been posting, like I said before, I've been posting a lot of shorts. This has been my shorts, and I've been like this lately because I'm always on TikTok and I'm always posting on Instagram, like reels and stuff. And so it's really easy for me to just be like, put it on YouTube too. So if you don't follow me on those platforms, you should, because I post on there a lot more frequently. But I am getting better at posting on YouTube too. So, thanks for the advice about shadowing hours for dentists makes sense. What other financial options do you recommend to pay for dental school besides loans and besides army? I'm also doing against it. I mean, you can save. Honestly, my best financial advice for going to dental school, you want to know what it is? And it's very unorthodox. And people laugh when I say this, but I'm dead serious. My best advice: get married. Get married. My friends that got married right before dental school only had to take out like the minimal amount of loans. Because if you're thinking about it, if your spouse is working, you have a good job, and you have a place to stay, they're covering rent and whatnot. All you have to worry about is tuition, which significantly reduces the amount of loans you take out. But practically speaking, if you're not in a relationship before dental school and you don't plan on getting married, the army and loans, that is really it. Scholarships, there are scholarships that are available, but you don't usually hear about them until you're in dental school. And they're offered to students that are in dental school. So apply to those. But unless you have the cash to pay for it, like saved up, it's really just loans. And like I said before, you guys, don't be scared of loans. This type of debt is not bad debt. It's not like credit card debt or anything like that. This is an investment type of debt. And banks don't look at you sideways. They will throw money at dentists. Like this. They're like, oh, you need a loan? Here's this money. Go buy a house. Go buy a new practice, because they know that we have the ability to pay it back. So it's $60K tuition and about. Is that the school that you're going to? That wasn't my school. So it is $60K tuition, about $30K for living. It depends on where you live. Like for me, I think our tuition was like $30,000, which again, I went to the like lowest tuition dental school in the country, aside from Puerto Rico. Yeah, so our tuition was like 30 something, and so our living expenses were like 20K or so, and so I ended up taking about 50 to 55K out per year, and that covered everything. Yeah. Yes, I was in state. Yes, I'm an in-state resident. What do you think is the most important part of your dental school application? Your personal statement, which is probably why I didn't get into any dental schools, because my personal statement sucked. And I used to try and help people with their personal statements, but then I realized, like, Kristen, if yours sucked, how are you gonna help other people? So I was like, don't come to me. I say your personal statement is the most important. That and your GPA. Yeah, unfortunately. That's probably also why I didn't get it in the first time I applied. But just because you don't get it in the first time doesn't mean it's, what's that saying? It's like delayed but not denied. I was delayed but not denied. Granted, they did deny me, but yeah. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna shut it down now. It has been so good talking to y'all. Again, thank you so much. If you haven't liked this live already, please go ahead and do so. I really appreciate y'all coming on. I'm gonna have to start doing this like regularly now, like an hour a week or so. I enjoyed talking with y'all and engaging. it was a lot more fun than sitting in front of a camera and just talking to myself. But yeah, you guys have a good night. It's still snowing here in Dallas, so I'm just gonna. Okay, honey, one more question. Did you get feedback on the stuff you didn't get in because you had an average GPA? I think I did, and they just told me it was my GPA, my stats. If I remember correctly, I did ask for feedback from one school, and they said it was my GPA and stuff. But I know my personal statement was trash. I look back on it now, and I'm like, but yeah. Anyways, good night, you guys. It was great talking with y'all. I will see you in my next live, and I'll probably schedule it so you'll know when it's gonna happen, and it'll just pop up like this. All right, y'all have a good night. Bye.